So, I've been using the Roborock Qrevo Edge since January 25, 2026, which means it's been more than 7 months now. Overall, I'm really happy with it. The biggest advantage, in my opinion, is how little maintenance it needs. Most of the work is done automatically. The robot empties its dustbin, washes the mop pads, and dries them after every cleaning session. Later in this video, I'll show you exactly how I clean and maintain the robot, and I'll also share a few things you should know before buying one. Normally, I run the robot 2 or 3 times a week. I also own a regular vacuum cleaner, the Karcher WD-3P, but these days I only use it about once a month. I mainly use it to clean places the robot can't reach and to give the rugs a more thorough cleaning. Now let's talk about the downsides. Honestly, there aren't many, but there are a few things worth mentioning. Apart from that, I've only had 2 small incidents in more than 7 months of use. Once, the robot got tangled in a phone charging cable that was lying on the floor. Since then, we simply make sure there are no cables left out before starting a cleaning cycle. The second time, it got caught in a very thin curtain. Now I lift all the curtains before each cleaning session. Otherwise, the robot detects them as obstacles and avoids that area completely, which means it leaves part of the floor uncleaned. The biggest issue for me is the kitchen. As you can see here, the robot can't reach the 10-centimeter gap underneath the kitchen cabinets. Unfortunately, that's exactly where crumbs, dust, and small spills usually collect. Because of that, I still have to clean that area manually. Overall though, these are very minor issues, and they haven't changed my opinion of the robot. I still think it has been an excellent purchase. Now let's take a look at the statistics after more than 7 months of use. As you can see, the robot has already cleaned over 3,100 square meters, worked for a total of 60 hours, and completed 181 cleaning sessions. I think these are pretty good numbers, especially considering that I only run it 2 or 3 times a week. Before buying this robot, we usually vacuum the whole apartment only once a week. Now the floors are cleaned much more often, so there's noticeably less dust and dirt around the house. Of course, if you clean everything by hand, you can probably achieve even better results. But the biggest advantage is that you don't have to spend your own time doing it anymore. Before each cleaning session, I spend about 10 minutes preparing the apartment. I pick up anything that's lying on the floor, lift the dining chairs, move the small rugs, and raise the curtains in the rooms where they're long enough for the robot to catch them. Once everything is ready, I simply start the robot and go back to whatever I was doing. Another thing I really appreciate is how quiet it is. I often work from home, and when the robot is cleaning in the next room, it barely distracts me. It's quiet enough that I can keep working without any problems. For me, the biggest benefit isn't that the floors are perfectly clean every single day, it's that I don't have to think about cleaning anymore. The robot simply takes care of it. That's exactly why I think a robot vacuum is one of the best smart home investments you can make. One feature I really like is the mobile app. Here you can see the live map of my apartment, and in real time the robot shows exactly where it is, which areas have already been cleaned, and the route it's taking. I actually find this very useful, especially when I'm away from home. For example, I can start a cleaning session remotely and check the app at any time to see the robot's progress and make sure everything is working as expected. The app also keeps you informed whenever the robot needs a little attention. For example, it will notify you when the clean water tank needs to be refilled or when it's time to empty the dirty water tank. Personally, I try to empty the dirty water tank and refill the clean one at least once every 2 weeks. It only takes a couple of minutes, and it helps keep everything fresh. So far, I haven't had any problems with bad smells or dirty water sitting inside the dock. Overall, the app is simple to use, reliable, and gives you full control over the robot, even when you're not at home. Now let's move on to the maintenance. To be honest, this is only the second time I've done a full cleaning since buying the robot. First, I simply lift the robot off the docking station and place it on the floor. It's quick and easy to do. Next, I remove the top cover. It's held in place by magnets, so it comes off effortlessly. Under the cover, you'll find the dustbin. Inside, there's the dust container with a paper filter. As you can see, there's only a small amount of dust and debris inside. I remove the filter as well, and now the dustbin is ready to be washed and cleaned. Next, I turn the robot upside down. The round mop pads are also attached with magnets, so they come off in just a second. You can already see some hair caught around them, which is completely normal after months of regular use. The microfiber cloths are attached with Velcro, so I simply peel them off. They'll need a quick wash before going back onto the robot. Now let's remove the main brushes. The whole process is very straightforward. There are clear release clips, so it's almost impossible to make a mistake. One thing I really appreciate is that the brush mounts are made of metal, not plastic. They feel solid and durable, and I don't think they'll break anytime soon. Another nice touch is the color coding. Each brush only fits in its correct position, so you can't accidentally install them the wrong way around. As expected, there's some dust and dirt underneath, so this area should be wiped clean before putting everything back together. Next, I wash the microfiber mop cloths under regular running water. There's really nothing complicated here. Just rinse them well, gently squeeze out the excess water, and they're ready to use again. After that, I clean the main brush cover. I simply rinse it under the tap, wipe away any remaining dust and dirt, and that's it. The next step is washing the main brushes themselves. I didn't record that part because it's exactly the same process. Just rinse them under clean water, remove any hair that might be wrapped around them, let them dry, and they're ready to go back into the robot. Overall, the entire cleaning process is very simple and doesn't require any special tools or cleaning products. Anyone can do it in just a few minutes. The next thing to clean is the paper filter. At first, I tried tapping it to remove the dust, but I quickly realized there's a much better way. The easiest and most effective method is to use another vacuum cleaner. It removes the fine dust much better than simply shaking the filter, and it's also a lot cleaner since the dust doesn't end up flying around the room. It only takes a few seconds, and the filter looks almost like new again. This has become my preferred way of cleaning it, and I definitely recommend doing the same. The last part to clean is the top cover. Just like the rest of the robot, I simply rinse it under running water, wipe it dry, and it's ready to go back on. Now it's time to put everything back together. Assembly is just the reverse of disassembly. Thanks to the magnetic parts, color-coded brushes, and simple locking clips, the whole process is quick and straightforward. In just a few minutes, the robot is fully assembled again and ready for its next cleaning job. If you thought we were finished, not quite. Remember, all the dirt the robot collects doesn't just disappear. Most of it ends up in the docking station, so that needs a little maintenance too. The app will occasionally remind you when it's time to clean the dock tray, and that's probably the most important maintenance task for the station. Fortunately, it's very easy. I simply remove the tray and take it to the sink. The tray can also be taken apart, which makes it much easier to wash every corner and remove any dirt that has built up over time. As you can see, the whole process is quick and straightforward. After a good rinse, everything looks clean again and is ready to go back into the docking station. Just like the robot itself, keeping the dock clean only takes a few minutes, but it helps everything continue working properly. With the dock cleaned, there's just one final step. I quickly wipe the floor around the docking station. Unfortunately, the robot still can't clean up after itself, at least not yet. A little dust and a few water drops can collect around the dock over time, so I like to keep this area clean as well. It only takes a minute, and now everything looks neat and ready for the next cleaning cycle. Now it's time to put the dock back together. I reassemble the tray, place it back into the docking station, and that's it. The whole process is quick and straightforward, and everything fits back into place without any effort. At this point, both the robot and the docking station are clean again. But there's still one last thing I'd like to show you before we finish. Now we've reached the final maintenance step. All that's left is to replace the dust bag inside the docking station. To do that, I simply remove the gray cover and pull out the dust bag. This is actually the first time I've replaced it. That means a single dust bag lasted for more than 3,000 square meters of cleaning, which honestly surprised me. The bag isn't very big, but it holds much more dust than it looks like it should. Removing it is really well designed. Just pull on the plastic tab, and the bag slides out while automatically sealing itself closed. That means no dust escapes into the air, and there's no mess to deal with. Now I take the spare dust bag that came in the box, slide it into place, close the cover. And the docking station is ready for many more months of cleaning. Before throwing it away, let me show you the old dust bag. As you can see, it's completely full and nicely inflated. It's actually much heavier than I expected, probably around a couple of kilograms. And remember, this single bag lasted for more than 7 months and over 3,000 square meters of cleaning. What impressed me the most is that there's no bad smell at all, even after all that time. Honestly, I couldn't ask for a better result. The only thing left to do is empty the dirty water tank, refill the clean water tank, and the robot is ready for another few weeks of automatic cleaning. As you've probably noticed by now, the whole process is incredibly simple. It only takes a few minutes, and then you can forget about maintenance for quite a while. And that's it. Now all that's left is to press the home button. The robot automatically finds the docking station, drives back, and it's ready for the next cleaning session. After more than 7 months of using the Roborock Qrevo Edge, I can honestly say that I'm very happy with it. Is it perfect? No. It has a few small limitations, like cleaning under very low kitchen cabinets, and you still need to spend a few minutes on maintenance every now and then. But considering how much time it saves and how little effort it requires, I think it's absolutely worth it. If I had to choose again today, I would definitely buy it again. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like. Your support really motivates me to keep making more videos like this. And if you have any questions about this robot, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer every one of them. See you in the next video.